Welcome back to Takeout. Day 13 of the government shutdown. The Trump administration issued layoff notices to more than 4,000 federal workers late last week. The Senate set to return to the Capitol tomorrow. Caitlin Huey-Burns joins me now from the Capitol. Caitlin, what do we know about these reduction in force notices? What departments or agencies affected?
Well, Major, we've learned that there are over 4,000 reduction in force notices, essentially layoffs, across 7 different government agencies. And this is significant because usually in a government shutdown, employees who are deemed non-essential are furloughed and they will be paid back later. This case, however, is completely different. The administration is moving forward, directing agencies to lay people off entirely. And Major, there was a big piece of news over the weekend. Among those 4,000 employees, 1,000 of them were at HHS, or the CDC, I should say, which is under HHS. And then HHS later said that some of those were actually made in error, that because of essentially a computer error, people at HHS, at CDC, were notified that they were being laid off and they weren't supposed to. So some of those cuts have been reversed. But essentially, this is the administration trying to amp up the pressure on lawmakers up here on Capitol Hill, particularly Democrats, to get on board with this spending bill. Democrats, however, at this point, don't seem to be budging.
And Caitlin, the administration said over the weekend there would be some funding found to make sure U.S. military personnel are paid as scheduled on October 15th.
That's right. By October 15th, that is when they run out of money to be able to pay the troops who have to continue working without pay if that weren't the case. So the administration says that it has found some mechanism to be able to pay them, so they'll get their paychecks on the 15th. However, it is unclear whether there is enough money laying around to be able to pay them indefinitely. It's not clear when this government shutdown will end. And Speaker Johnson told me that while the troops will get this paycheck, there is still some uncertainty. And I've talked to military families who are really feeling that uncertainty this time around.
Caitlin Huey-Burns from Capitol Hill. As always, thank you very much.